What if I told you that one of Miami's most glamorous love stories might actually be built on manipulation? That behind the luxury vacations, the matching designer outfits, the kisses posted for millions to see, there might be a secret so explosive it could destroy a hip-hop queen's empire. Because this season on Love and Hip-Hop Miami, Trina isn't just falling in love. She might be falling into a calculated trap. And the name at the center of this storm: Swerv. So buckle up. Because this isn't just messy. It's psychological. It's strategic. And it might be one of the most dangerous relationship scandals Miami has ever seen. Miami doesn't do slow romance. Miami does intensity. Fast money. Fast fame. Fast relationships. And when you mix spotlight pressure with ego, with ambition, with power, you don't get fairy tales. You get explosions. Trina has survived decades in the city. Industry politics, public heartbreak, career highs and devastating lows. She is not naive. She is not weak. She is a brand, a legend, a woman who built her empire brick by brick. So when she introduced Swerv to the world, people were surprised. Not because she didn't deserve love, but because this man came out of nowhere. Swerv wasn't industry royalty. He wasn't a mogul. He wasn't some established executive. He was street-connected, Liberty City energy. Confident, charismatic, intense. And from the moment he appeared beside Trina, he looked comfortable. Too comfortable. Access to VIP rooms. Access to meetings. Access to her inner circle. Access. And in Miami, access is currency. Within weeks, he wasn't just her man. He was everywhere. On camera. On stage. In interviews. Answering questions meant for her. Finishing her sentences. Touching her constantly. Possessive. Or protective. The difference is subtle. At first, perfect smiling fire. We're doing option A, full 5,000-word cinematic master, script in 2 seamless parts. This is part of first half, approx 2,500 plus words. Do not upload yet. Wait for part B so you can merge both. Love and Hip-Hop Miami. Trina and SWRV, the obsession that shook Miami. Full cinematic YouTube scandal script. Fire intro hook. What if I told you that one of Miami's most glamorous love stories might actually be built on manipulation? That behind the luxury vacations, the matching designer outfits, the kisses posted for millions to see, there might be a secret so explosive it could destroy a hip-hop queen's empire. Because this season on Love and Hip-Hop Miami, Trina isn't just falling in love. She might be falling into a calculated trap. And the name at the center of this storm: Swerv. So buckle up. Because this isn't just messy. It's psychological. It's strategic. And it might be one of the most dangerous relationship scandals Miami has ever seen. Palm Tree Miami, where love burns fast. Miami doesn't do slow romance. Miami does intensity. Fast money. Fast fame. Fast relationships. And when you mix spotlight pressure with ego, with ambition, with power, you don't get fairy tales. You get explosions. Trina has survived decades in the city. Industry politics, public heartbreak, career highs and devastating lows. She is not naive. She is not weak. She is a brand, a legend, a woman who built her empire brick by brick. So when she introduced Swerv to the world, people were surprised. Not because she didn't deserve love, but because this man came out of nowhere. Eyes the entry Too perfect, too fast. Swerv wasn't industry royalty. He wasn't a mogul. He wasn't some established executive. He was street-connected. Liberty City energy. Confident. Charismatic. Intense. And from the moment he appeared beside Trina, he looked comfortable. Too comfortable. Access to VIP rooms. Access to meetings. Access to her inner circle. Access. And in Miami, access is currency. Within weeks, he wasn't just her man. He was everywhere. On camera. On stage. In interviews. Answering questions meant for her. Finishing her sentences. Touching her constantly. Possessive. Or protective. The difference is subtle. At first, gemstone the glow phase. Trina looked happy. Glowing. Smiling in a way fans hadn't seen in years. Posting captions like, solid. Real love. Against the world. And when a powerful woman chooses a man publicly like that, she's invested. Emotionally. Spiritually. And financially. Because make no mistake, dating Trina isn't just emotional. It's elevation. Swerv's following grew. His name started circulating in blogs. Invitations started coming in. He wasn't just Swerv anymore. He was Trina's Swerv. And that branding is priceless. The first red flag. The shift didn't happen loudly. It happened quietly. There was a rehearsal for a major performance. High stakes. Live orchestra. Big press presence. But backstage, disorganized. Late arrivals. Tension. Frustration. Trina wasn't focused. She kept stepping away to take calls. To check on Swerv. To make sure he was comfortable. And someone whispered something that would later echo loudly. She's distracted. Now distraction might seem small. But when a queen starts shifting her priorities, something has changed. Soon, patterns emerged. If a male collaborator texted late, Swerv had an issue. If she had dinner with male executives, Swerv wanted to attend. If friends questioned him, he labeled them jealous. Classic isolation tactics. It never sounds toxic at first. It sounds romantic. It's me and you against everybody. But here's the psychology. When someone slowly separates you from the voices that protect you, they become your only voice. And that is power. Trina's inner circle isn't foolish. They've seen clout chasers before. They've seen opportunists. And they started asking questions. Why is he speaking for her? Why does he look irritated when she shines alone? Why does he need to be at every single meeting? One friend admitted, since Swerv came around, we barely see her. That's not love. That's positioning. Subject line. You deserve the truth. Anonymous. No face. No signature. Just attachments. Screenshots. Photos. And a birth certificate. A child. Swerv's last name. Date of birth that overlapped suspiciously with the beginning of his relationship with Trina. The message claimed, he has a son. He doesn't provide consistently. He didn't tell Trina. And if that wasn't enough, there were more allegations. That he had been watching her for years, studying her movements, waiting for opportunity. Strategic proximity. That word hit differently. When Trina was told, she laughed, dismissed it. People want attention. Until she saw the documents, the timestamps, the timeline. She called him. Calm voice. Controlled. Is there something you forgot to mention? Silence. And silence is loud. He didn't deny immediately. He reframed. That was my past. She's bitter. They're trying to break us up. But Trina asked the one question that cuts through excuses. Why didn't you tell me yourself? No man prepared for that question answers smoothly. And he didn't. Before she could even process it, a woman posted online. Cryptic at first, then direct. If you can fly private with her, you can send diapers. The blogs went crazy. Headlines. Did Trina's man hide a secret child? Is Swerv using the Miami Queen? Clout chaser exposed. And suddenly, the fairy tale cracked. Trina didn't leave. Not immediately. Instead, she posted a picture. Him kissing her forehead. Caption: solid, blessed, unbothered. Public loyalty. Private tension. Because here, what people don't understand. When you defend someone publicly, you trap yourself privately. Walking away later becomes harder. Ego gets involved. Pride gets involved. Image gets involved. And image is everything in Miami. Let's break it down. Before Trina, Swerv was known locally. After Trina, he was on national television, in industry rooms, in luxury spaces. And if you're ambitious, dating a legend is the fastest elevator in the building. So the question becomes, did he fall in love with her? Or with what she represents? Because there's a difference. And that difference is motive. Just when the baby scandal cooled slightly, new whispers surfaced. Late-night DMs. Heart emojis to other women. Pull-up messages. Screenshots circulating in group chats. Now it wasn't just about secrecy. It was about disrespect. And disrespect hits deeper. Because now it's not, he made a mistake. It's, he's playing in her face. Luxury rooftop. City lights behind them. Cameras rolling. Wine dramatic. Trina stands composed. He stands defensive. You made me look stupid, she says calmly. You let them get in your head, he replies. But hear what changed. She's not emotional anymore. She's analyzing. And when a powerful woman stops arguing and starts observing, the end is near. After that rooftop confrontation, Trina didn't scream. She didn't throw a drink. She didn't go viral with an emotional rant. No. She did something scarier. She went quiet. Because when a woman like Trina goes quiet, that isn't weakness. That is calculation. The city could feel it. Miami blogs were circling. Fans were refreshing timelines every hour. And Swerv, he was moving like a man, trying to hold onto something that was slipping. Too many posts. Too many captions. Too many forced smiles. Because deep down, he knew the truth was catching up. Behind the scenes, executives started whispering. Producers started asking questions. Friends started pulling Trina aside like, "Are you okay?" Because this wasn't just about love anymore. This was about reputation. Trina is a legend. And legends don't get played publicly. Not without consequences. One industry friend said something chilling. Men like that don't date queens. They study queens. And that line, it stuck. Because suddenly, everything about Swerv's arrival felt less romantic and more strategic. Trina's team started doing what teams do. They investigated. Quietly. No cameras. No drama. Just facts. And what they found was unsettling. Swerv had a pattern. Not exactly criminal, but calculated. Dating women with connections. Always attaching himself upward. Always finding proximity to power. Always entering spaces that could elevate him. And then, a name surfaced. An old ex. Someone who refused to stay silent. The woman didn't want clout. She didn't want TV. She wanted the truth out. Her words were sharp. He's not who he pretends to be. She claimed Swerv wasn't just hiding a child. He was hiding a lifestyle. That he moved through women like stepping stones. That he learned how to mirror whatever a woman wanted. Until she trusted him. And then, he benefited. Financially. Emotionally. Socially. And the most disturbing part, she said, he doesn't fall in love. He locks in. That is not romance. That is obsession. Now let's get real. Trina isn't broke. Trina isn't average. Trina is wealth. And where there is wealth, there are people who want access. So the questions started rising. Was Swerv asking for things? Was he depending on her lifestyle? Was he subtly positioning himself into her finances? Small things at first. A watch. A car upgrade. Babe, can you help me with this real quick? Then bigger things. Business ideas. Investments. Meetings with her lawyers. And suddenly, Trina realized something. Swerv wasn't just dating her. He was attaching. One night, Trina's friend noticed something. Swerv was going through her phone. Not casually. Not accidentally. Intentionally. Scrolling. Checking. Monitoring. And when confronted, he didn't apologize. He justified. I'm protecting what's mine. Protecting. Or controlling. Because love doesn't require surveillance. Love doesn't demand ownership. And that was the moment Trina's eyes truly opened. Then it happened. The baby mama showed up. Not online. Not through blogs. In person. At an event. Miami is small like that. Luxury venue. Cameras present. Trina walks in glowing. And across the room, a woman holding a toddler. Her eyes locked on Swerv. Swerv froze. Trina turned slowly. And the woman spoke. So this is where you've been. The air left the room. Fans watching at home. Screaming. Producers. Losing their minds. And Trina stood still. Because no email. No rumor. No screenshot. Hits harder than reality standing in front of you. The woman didn't yell. She didn't fight. She didn't need to. She just said, my son asks about you. Swerv stuttered. Trina looked at him. And in her eyes was one clear message. You let me defend you. While you hid this. That is betrayal. Not just romantic. Spiritual. Public. Personal. Later that night. No cameras in the room. Just silence. Trina finally spoke. Low voice. Controlled rage. I gave you my name. I gave you my platform. I gave you my trust. And you gave me secrets. Swerv tried. Of course he did. It's complicated. Trina cut him off. No, you're complicated. Then she hit him with a line that ended everything. You didn't love me. You loved what I could do for you. Silence. Swerv's face changed. Not heartbreak. Not sadness. Anger. Because exposed men don't cry. They lash out. Swerv snapped. You think you're better than me. Trina blinked slowly. I think I'm smarter than you thought. And that was it. Because in that moment, Trina realized. This man wasn't just a mistake. He was a lesson. A dangerous one. The breakup didn't stay private. Nothing does on Love and Hip Hop Miami. The next episode teaser. Pure chaos. Swerv yelling. Trina walking away. Friends crying. The baby mama speaking. And the blogs. Oh, they ate. Headlines everywhere. Trina finally dumps Swerv after secret child exposed. Swerv was using Trina for fame. Miami Queen escapes toxic trap. And fans. They were divided. Some saying, she ignored the signs. Others saying, it can happen to anyone. Because that's the truth. Even queens can get manipulated. When love feels real. Trina bounced back. Like legends do. New music. New glow. New peace. But Swerv didn't disappear. He kept posting cryptic messages. Sad quotes. Angry captions. Almost like he wasn't done. Almost like he still felt entitled. And entitlement after rejection. That is where obsession turns dangerous. Because some men don't handle losing a queen. They handle it like losing property. Then one last rumor surfaced. The most chilling one yet. That Swerv didn't just meet Trina randomly. He targeted her. That he knew where she would be. That he positioned himself intentionally. That the hot dog stand story wasn't cute. It was calculated. And suddenly, the relationship wasn't just messy. It was terrifying. Because what if Trina didn't fall into love? What if she fell into a setup? So here we are. Trina, a Miami icon. Almost trapped in a love story built on secrets. And Swerv, a man whose affection may have been real. Or may have been ambition wearing a smile. Because in Miami, love isn't always love. Sometimes, love is access. Sometimes, love is control. Sometimes, love is obsession disguised as romance. And the scariest part, the villain never shows up as a villain. He shows up as a boyfriend. So the question is, was Swerv truly in love with Trina? Or was Trina just the biggest opportunity of his life? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe. Because on Love and Hip Hop Miami, the tea never stops spilling. It only gets hotter.